Hello everyone, Jeff here with Elk Point Events, Jerome Polis Photography. Jerome, what is a first look?
A first look is when the bride and groom see each other before the ceremony. Traditionally, it was always bad luck for the bride and groom to see each other before the ceremony. And that goes way back to the days when they had arranged marriages and they didn't want them to run away when they saw their spouse coming down the aisle. So now they do a first look, and there's benefits to doing a first look. One, it frees up the time after the ceremony, between the ceremony and the start of the reception. Because if you don't do a first look, that means you have to figure out a time frame to do pictures of the bride and groom together with the wedding party, the bride and groom together with the families, and the bride and groom's portraits. And if they don't see each other before the ceremony, you have to do those after the ceremony sometime. And typically, it depends on how many groups you have set up, how much you want to do. For me, I try to get it where if we aren't doing a first look, we do separates beforehand. So we'll do the bride and the bridesmaid and the bride and her family, and then the groom and the groomsman and the groom and his family. So that way after the ceremony, it's just getting a combined group shot of the wedding party together, and then a combined group shot of the families with the bride and groom together. And then it's a bride and groom portraits. But you still have to account, if your photographer is really, really quick and you're not going very far and you only want a few poses, probably about 30, 45 minutes for all that. Me, I like to have about an hour and 15 hours and 30 minutes because we do a lot of creative stuff and try different things. But you can make either one of them work. You do a first look or don't do a first look. You just got to make sure you plan accordingly for it and know that it's going to, push back dinner a certain time period, especially if you have a 5 or 6 p.m. ceremony, like you're wanting a great sunset out here, and you want the ceremony at that time, and reception is going to start right after. Well, you can't have dinner right after your ceremony if you still have photos to take.
The guests do get bored while waiting.
They do, and if you're going to do that, make sure you have some games or some sort of activity to keep them entertained. Cocktail hour is great, and work with your photographer and understand and know what the expectations are, what he needs to get the photos done that you're going to want, and then how much time that you're going to be able to set aside.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Jerome Polis with photography.